2017 Lexus RX350, 7 years old, and we have owned it for 3 years now. Is it bulletproof with zero issues? Well, almost. There are regular maintenance items you need to perform for its longevity, but there is one issue that really bothers me as a DIY mechanic. Let's get into it now. Welcome to Professor's Garage. Thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing as we continue to roll out car care and repair content for garage warriors like you. This RX350 is now over 100,000 miles. My family has driven it for over 50,000 miles in the past 3 years, and everyone in the household loves this car. It feels so comfortable to drive it or just to have a ride in it. My wife has an extremely high standard for the comfort level, but she couldn't be happier driving this Lexus. And as a car care nut, I'm confident about Toyota's reliability and safety features and that our journeys will be trouble-free. But if you expect a Lexus longevity for hundreds of thousands of miles in the next 10 or 20 years, you need to pay attention to a few maintenance items on a regular basis. For each of these maintenance tasks, I have a video tutorial that will show you every step on how to do it, and I will link to each video during this presentation. Number 1. Every 5,000 miles or 6 months, change engine oil and filter using full synthetic oil and OE filters. Stick with the recommended oil grade such as 0W20 and you should be good. Never ever follow the insane interval of 10,000 miles or 1 year oil change interval. This will for sure increase engine wear and the likelihood of bigger engine problems over time. Yes, you may get lucky with long oil change intervals, but ultimately someone, if not you, will pay for it when problems start to appear. Always replace the oil filter when you change oil. Use OE Toyota oil filters. Be cautious of counterfeits, but you can use any oil brands as long as they meet the oil grade specification. If in doubt, check the owner's manual. This is what every car owner should have read. Number 2. Replace engine air filter every 20,000 miles and cabin filters too. It's good for the engine's health and yours as well. Replace the wiper blades around this time or when they show signs of wear. Always top off your windshield fluid, and Ren X is what I trust. No sponsor here. Number 3. For any all-wheel drive, replace your rear differential and transfer case fluid every 30,000 miles or so. SAE grade 75W85 and API GL5 gear oil is specified for this RX350, so you can use any aftermarket fluid for this application. No need to use Toyota gear oil, which is way too expensive and unnecessary. Number 4. Perform automatic transmission fluid change starting at 60,000 miles and then every 30,000 miles going forward. Use Toyota WS fluid, which is specified for most automatic transmissions in Toyota land, except for CVT or older transmissions. Also, no need to flush transmission fluid, drain and fill regularly. And do not replace transmission filter for regular maintenance. The filter, oftentimes a strainer, is good for hundreds of thousands of miles. Yes, I advise against changing the transmission filter unless you have other issues, or to be prepared to deal with stripping transmission pan bolts and proper sealing of the pan. Again, use WS fluid if it's the specified fluid. While many people have claimed success using aftermarket fluid from AMSOIL or Valvoline, they are not the same as WS, chemically speaking. Perhaps their chemical composition and properties look even better, but they do not meet Toyota specifications. And who knows better, besides Toyota, about the type of fluid to use in their own transmissions? Use Toyota OE fluid, which is reasonably priced, and you will have the peace of mind. Number 5. Every 60,000 miles, for the latest engine generation, such as 2GR FKS on this Lexus, replace your spark plugs and again use OE plugs. You can either get them from Toyota or from Denso or NGK. In the previous generation, for those familiar with Toyota vehicles, it was common to replace spark plugs every 120,000 miles. But that interval changed because of the new engine design. 2GR FKS, for example, is a direct injection engine. With the increased temperature in the combustion chamber with DI and the demand for precise ignition timing, the spark plugs undergo much more sufferings over time, and they need replacement earlier. So do not delay, and please change them at 60,000 miles. Good news with the 2GR FKS engine. It's still naturally aspirated and there's no turbocharge. So you don't have those common problems of turbocharged DI engines. Another great design, which I really appreciate Toyota for, is that the engine is direct injection plus port injection. In short, the addition of port injection will significantly reduce carbon buildup for the long-term health of your engine. Indeed, this Toyota V6 engine is designed to last a long, long time. Number 6. Starting at 100,000 miles or 10 years, you should replace your super long life coolant, the pink coolant. After this, you should replace it every 50,000 miles because every time you can only replace about 2/3 of the entire coolant capacity. You should drain coolant from the radiator petcock and bleed the coolant. There is an engine block drain for additional coolant to come out, but if that is difficult to access, especially if you have an all-wheel drive with additional drivetrain components, it's okay not to drain it from the engine block. After all, it's a small amount, and you can never drain the entire coolant capacity. If you want, you can certainly replace the coolant more frequently. Number 7. Every 2 to 3 years, flush and bleed your brake fluid and include ABS bleeding if possible. This applies to all vehicles and it's determined by time, not by miles, because over time two things attack brake fluid and it degrades over time: moisture and air. With air, your brakes will become spongy. With water, brake fluid can boil when it gets hot, which is very dangerous. Contaminated fluid make brake lines conducive to corrosion and rust. So change them before it's too late. So there you have it. These are regular maintenance items to make your Lexus last hundreds of thousands of miles. Now, over 100,000 miles, my Lexus RX350 has shown no signs of problems. Everything runs smoothly with the engine, transmission, and the entire drivetrain. Suspension is perfect and we truly enjoy all the comfort and every smooth ride in this used Lexus. However, there is one issue, and it really bothers me as a DIY mechanic. The hood support struts failed at around 60,000 miles, not long after I purchased the vehicle. Now I have to use vice grips every time I open the hood to perform regular checkups and maintenance. I have been delaying this job to replace the struts, and it truly annoys me that their build quality fell short of the Toyota standard to endure the test of time. So Lexus Canada, there is still work to do for perfection. But this is really the only issue. And for people who do not work on their cars, they are probably unaware of the issue at all. This Lexus RX350 will give you the best comfort of driving and it's designed to last hundreds of thousands of miles if you don't abuse it too much. Take care of these basic maintenance tasks and it will continue to serve you and your family for decades to come. I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative. Consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to Professor's Garage. There is much more to come about DIY car care and repair. Remember, if a professor can do it, you can do it. Be safe, stay dirty. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and grant you peace. 平安。